Oh, I decided to get a little bit of rain today. And here's my halfway rain collection set up. And that one catches drips. And that one's catching drips. And I got this one, and this one, and this one. And hopefully we'll have lots and lots of rainwater because my plants love it. They do so much better when I water them with that than they do when I water them with tap water. So we'll see what happens. Look at all the chickens out in the rain. Walk! We had a little tiny bit of like pea-sized hail for a couple minutes, and that was it. What are you girls doing? What are you girls doing? What are you doing, Fabio? Buck, 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 buck. It's Fabio. And that Rhode Island doesn't have a name. And that one's Muffy. And that one's Jin Jin. And this raggedy looking right here is Karen. Oh boy. And there's my Bardock. Doesn't have a name. She was supposed to be a Cuckoo-Marin, so I should name her Not a Marin. And that one's Barbie the Brahma. And then I don't see my... Oh, there's the Leghorn. And one of the other roadie girls. And then Grandma, my ancient Americanas over there eating. And it looks like Fluffy the Cochin is in the hut trying to sit on eggs. I don't know if I should let her hatch in or not. We already have 17 chicks. Anyway, chicken tour. Let's see, what else? Let's go to the garden. This poor thing, the dang squirrels keep digging it up and I keep replanting it. And I had a pinwheel in there that was keeping them out of it and the kids stole it. And then those pretty marigolds. And my loofahs are growing out of the top of this wire. I guess you're just gonna have to live in that pot. And then you'll lock out the kids. Beanie greenies. This pretty little flower. And look, these crazy cherry tomatoes that were struggling are finally taking off. Cinnamon basil, my other cherry tomato, cucamelon, all these, cucamelon, loofah, basil. Look, that beefsteak's probably starting to get big. That one's still trying. At least they haven't given up yet, I'll give them that. And then Romas, and more pecan trees. And I harvested a bunch of my radishes. Romas, Romas, everywhere's Romas. And zinnias and Romas. Look at this sucker. Oh, there's another one growing in there too. My goodness. Romas, Romas, there is a green bean. Brad's atomic grape. And all of these. There is blue late green beans and carrots. And all of those are going crazy. They're not climbing. Da-da-da, yellow wax beans. Ew, what happened to this one? It's purple. Anyway, ground cherries finally getting big. Melon pears finally getting big. Jalapenos getting real leaves. Bell peppers growing flowers. Peas going crazy. I want them to climb. They don't want to climb. They want to climb on each other. Get in there. And then find your way back out the top. You too. Get in there. It's probably because they're not getting enough sun over here, but ain't much I can do about that. Strawberries. There was a pink one. Look at the size of that sucker. That's the biggest one so far. Oh, strawberries. Strawberries. Lots of flowers in the strawberries. I love their little freaking petals. They're so pretty when they... I don't like them when they fall off, but they are pretty. More pepper flowers. Lemon balm. Wildflowers. And dill. And I repotted these out of cups yesterday because they are trying to put on flowers and they are struggling, and they look 100 times better and 100 times greener, except for that one since I put them over here. Da 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 da. Tomatoes. Oh look, there's all my sunflower, or my windmills that are supposed to be in other places. One of them can stay. You stay. Let me get at these other two. And I literally transplanted that one and that one yesterday, and they have flowers. Look at this big sucker. That one's growing leaves and not flowers. That one's growing flowers and not leaves. Tree, flowers, lettuce, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, and mushrooms of some sort. They call them fairy umbrellas. And my tendril peas, tendrils are growing. Growing, growing, growing. And this side, potatoes. I added more dirt. They're growing, growing, growing. Made her flowers. Another squash. Another squash. Look at all these suckers. Whoa, aren't they pretty? And then, look, more pinwheels. All my sunflowers, they just got beat up. They're looking a little sad. And then we're gonna go to the other side of the garden. Blackberries and more cucamelons. All right, pause. And here we go again. Moonflowers and morning glories. Oh, they're getting real leaves on them now too. Yay! And then we gotta walk real fast to the grass. Oh, don't go in there. Looky. Potatoes, cantaloupes, potatoes. And there's more in there somewhere. Flowers. Squash, 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 squash. Melons, 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 squash, squash. And we're done. Ha ha.